Welcome back, everyone, to another episode of Cap Paranormal Files. My name is Wes. This is Top Shelfers, and in this series, we dive into paranormal videos from across the web, and we decide whether or not they're fact or cap, real or fake. So, if you guys don't want to watch or listen to the commentary, Nuke's Top 5 video will be linked below. How this is going to work is we're going to go through these 10 ghost videos that he has compiled, and then after every single one, we're going to dive into it and kind of give our opinion and discuss whether or not we think they are real or content creators, which seems to be 90% of the paranormal community nowadays. Every once in a while, we come across something that's worth while, but very rarely do we. So, without further ado, let's hop into it.
This next video was recorded by a man named Javier from Argentina. Javier says that he was worried about his friend Antonio as he hadn't heard from him in a while. So he drives over to Antonio's house to check up on his friend. Javier bangs on the front door. No one answers. He calls out Antonio's name. Again, no answer. So Javier climbs over the wall into Antonio's backyard and goes to the back door of the house. For some reason, the door is open. Fearing the worst, Javier goes inside to investigate. What happens next is downright chilling.
Antonio. Antonio. Raro, che. Toño, soy yo. Javier. La puta madre. ¡Ey! Loco! Soy Javier, boludo. Che, loco, ¿sos vos? Ya fue, boludo. Vine a ver qué onda, ¿cómo andás? ¿Estás bien? Che, loco, si sos vos salí. ¿Escuchan eso?
Javier doesn't know what is going on, and he doesn't want any part of it. He decides to just leave the house and call the police. But just as he's about to exit, he hears a strange sound from somewhere behind him. The next 30 seconds are like something right out of a nightmare. Did you see it? A door swings open by itself and someone or something with glowing eyes seems to peek over the upper glass of the door, 7 feet in the air. Javier has had about enough and just makes a run for it. He says that whoever or whatever this was, it certainly was not his friend Antonio. After calling the police over to the residence, Javier learns that his friend has tragically passed away inside the house, just behind that door that he couldn't open. Javier is so upset and confused by the whole ordeal that he just can't let it go. He decides to return to Antonio's house in search of answers. It did not go well.
All right, let's jump in here for this first part before we dive too much deeper into this. I mean, you're sort of setting up a story here that just it's always too good to be true, right? Like, why is the house completely dark first and foremost, right? Like, you're telling me you can't, if you really are just gonna go check out your homie's place or go, hang out with your homie, like, you can't flip on any of the lights while you're doing that, and you just happen to you just decide you're gonna record on your cell phone the whole time, and for what reason? Just to check up on it. I guess maybe when you knocked on the door and it was weird that the back door was open, but I just don't really buy it. I mean, you flip on a light here, I guess, or you turn on a flash. This head thing's pretty creepy. Like, it really is. I do think that it could just be a reflection with the eyes, and it could just be someone legitimately holding up like a mask or whatever, and it just happens to hit perfectly up there. Not far fetched. Obviously, he had fight or flight and decided not to go over there and fucking kick that door and see what if there's someone behind it. I don't know. On top of the fact that the ghost says his name too, just it just kind of you're giving me everything. Yeah, all my alarm bells are ringing for content creation.
In search of answers. It did not go well.
Esta es la pieza. Mierda. Una laucha. Da un poco de escalofrío estar acá, se siente una carga un poco pesada, qué sé yo. ¡Qué mierda! La linterna. ¿Qué pasó? Mierda.
These are like a square.
¡Hey! ¿Quién es? ¿Quién anda ahí? Mierda. Mierda. ¡Hey! ¿Quién es? ¿Quién anda ahí? Mierda. Concha de su madre. ¡Hola! ¿Qué mierda anda ahí, la concha de su madre? ¡Hey!
And with that, Javier is done. He leaves the house, and to this day, he claims that
I think they're just making a viral clip, a viral paranormal clip, because all of this could easily be edited. But one thing that I caught on to right away, right, is when he goes into these rooms. Let's watch this one again. Hold on. So walks in here. I guess that one's probably the most enticing one because, I mean, this fucking black box is driving me crazy. It's kind of killing the whole situation. But easily could just be a cut in the video, right? Like you come here, he crosses the path, stop recording, continue recording, he gets out of there, or they just edit in someone walking and whatever. That's not too hard to do. Potentially hiding behind there, maybe moved over to the curtain, right? All of it's a time thing, could be multiple takes. Door slamming, that's not anything crazy to do to fake. The other one too, like when he walks out here and he sees the dude walking. Where was it? I fast forwarded just a little too far. Opens the door. Yo, what the fuck? Who the fuck's out here? Stop messing with me. Gonna shut that door. Because that's creepy. And he sees him. You see it walk out of frame. Okay. Doesn't look over there at all, which is the direction like his body motion looked like it was going left. Doesn't look over there. Kind of pans over there, but doesn't fully go all the way left. So dude could just be standing there. Walks over here, pointing the camera at the door for whatever reason, and then pans back around and doesn't see anything. Definitely seems like a good content creation, a good fake. It is very creepy though. Atmosphere wise, it's very creepy. The story just, it sounds like a story. Hopefully his homie really didn't pass away. If he did, RIP, but I'm not buying it.
Out history. A family living in Kansas City, Missouri are away from home one night when their Nest security camera captures something truly bizarre. A shadow-like figure about the height of a child can be seen moving from the upstairs bedroom. The figure doesn't appear to walk or run, but rather float at a high speed before it just disappears into thin air. A small childlike voice can be heard calling out, "Help." The family has never experienced anything paranormal before.
That is pretty creepy.
Moving from the upstairs bed.
The other creepy part about it is, let's slow this down a little bit and see if we can see any weird issues with this recording. Because it almost looks like it floats through the railing here. Yeah, let's go a little bit slower. Okay. You see, oh, that's weird. It comes from like whatever these orbs are. Oops, we went a little too far back. Let's hear the distorted voice. Dun, dun. So there's like some orbs going on here, which orbs are weird. Whatever that is almost seems like it spawns something. And then it runs. It's like it runs from this point, which is very interesting. Do you guys see what I'm saying? Like, he's pointing the arrow here, but I think he's wrong. I think that it's coming from here. Right? Slow motion. It's like it starts here. The weird thing, too, though, is like there's stuff falling from this running across. Like, look at like all the stuff that's here that when it runs across, like kind of falls from the air. See how there's like droplets? To me, that just seems like it's an edit then. And there's like stuff like fucking up the recording. Maybe. I don't know. When it's slowed down, that does just look like camera issues. Right? Like, let's watch it again from that. Like, there's not anything there. See, that's one thing you have to also watch out for in paranormal is, you know, I've talked about this 100,000 times, right? is when you get in the paranormal mindset and you're looking for it and you're wanting to see something, like of course you're going to be easily suggested into things, right? Like we hear a little kid, we see a little kid yelling help, we're like, oh yeah, that's what we're seeing. And then when we slow it down, it just looks like it's camera. I forget what the word is. Distortion. I always struggle with that word.
Float at a high speed before it just disappears into thin air. A small childlike voice can be heard calling out, "Help." The family has never experienced anything paranormal before, so they have no idea just what this could be. The house was only built 15 years ago, and they've searched online, but they can't find any strange history about the house or land. So just what is this? Let me know what you think. We need scary videos, so if you see anything that you think would be perfect for the top 5, send it to us at nukestop5@gmail.com. The uninvited guest. A family on Rote Island in Indonesia are gathered to celebrate a birthday when one of the guests captures something truly chilling on camera.
Semua suara kok. Harus ini sudah. BRL.
Yo, I see it for sure.
A strange uninvited guest can be seen looking into the window.
That 100% is just someone outside, though.
Watching the family as they celebrate. Now, without a source, we'll never know exactly what's going on here. So, tell me what you think. Cave.
That's pretty hardcore. I think it's just someone outside their house, which is potentially more alarming than it being paranormal. Or maybe it's someone in the family about to jump scare everybody. I don't know what kind of celebration they're having, but maybe it's something to do with scary themes. But I'm pretty sure that's just a human outside their window, and I think that is that's more alarming.
Watching the family as they celebrate. Now, without a source, we'll never know exactly what's going on here. So, tell me what you think.
Told you guys not to lock
Cave
grandma out
crisis.
again. The only thing that is weird to me in this video specifically, is it does almost look like it turns to a skull on like the last couple frames, which is really eerie. And it does kind of come out of nowhere, right? Like, no, it definitely walks up. It definitely looks like someone walks up. Dude, I don't know what I think about this now. Because that build up, that just kind of gave me the chills. I know. Okay, so you can see. Let's start from here. Okay. We're on the slowest setting possible, yeah. Okay, like you can see an outline here already, and that looked like an eyeball. You can't really see a lot. I mean, there's something here. Oh my god, what the fuck is that? Dude, it almost looks... I I don't know, guys. This one's kind of making me uncomfortable. I know that's crazy to say. It's giving me like fucking Signs vibes. I don't know why. So, I mean, it's been there. Let's go back as it's panning. Wait, is this... Is this just this lady's reflection? Is her... and I don't want this to be rude, but is her... Is something off here? Is this AI? Is everyone's like kind of... Is like shit weird? This... Okay, there's something else going on here. Because this is kind of alarming. This is a little alarming too. Right? Like, what is that? I know we're like weird frames or whatever, but... Yeah, I promise you, I'm not trying to be rude. Like, I think it might be AI, guys. Yeah, I mean, look at this kid. Is that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6? Look at its hand. 1, 2. I think this is AI. Right? No, am I tripping? Are we at the point now where I'm worried shit's AI and I can't even tell? Is there anything else to this video? There's not. Dude, this video is throwing me for a fucking loop. That definitely could just be that. No, it's not that lady's reflection. Because if it was a reflection, we would see the back of this head. But even this looks like distorted. Look how the eye is like down her cheek. I know it's kind of hard to see because the bar's in the way. And I can't get it out of the way. I don't know, guys. I don't know what the fuck I'm looking at. I wish I could do like a frame by frame. I can't go any faster or any slower. Oh, guys, I don't know. That's one of the better videos I've seen in a while because I don't know what the fuck I'm looking at. I'm curious to see what you guys say. I'm trying to look at other stuff too to think maybe if it is like AI procedural AI or something. I don't know. Let me know. I pretty tripped out by that one. Pretty tripped out by that one. That one's weird. Well, onward, I guess. That's weird.
Crisis. Alex Cantrell from the YouTube channel Underground Explorers is invited to explore a cave on his friend's ranch in Texas. But the cave is partially submerged in water, making it very difficult to enter and explore. Now I'm going to go ahead and say that this video is not exactly anything paranormal, but it is very scary and 100% real. It's especially scary if you're even the slightest bit claustrophobic. Now, in accordance with YouTube guidelines, I want to stress, no one was seriously injured in this video. The following footage was recorded by a professional cave diver. Do not attempt to do this yourself. Alright, so, Alex is joined by a few of his friends as they begin to explore the...
I follow these guys, dude. I don't... I watch this shit and it just churns my stomach. Like any of this spelunking, cave exploration stuff. Dude, it freaks, like, it gives me so much stress. Like, watching it. These guys are so crazy.
frightfully small cave.
Alright, who's got the oxygen meter? I don't see that. Look at this. We got an oxygen meter now? So people won't be mad at me? So what all does that show? Carbon monoxide?
Carbon dioxide, carbon monoxide, hydrogen sulfide, and low oxygen.
Cool.
Pretty much everything.
Yeah.
So
We got the Action Adventure twins here helping us out. Because you guys are like, Matt, check the oxygen. Oh, danger levels.
breathe
huh?
on it a little bit.
Danger.
Danger.
It's waterproof?
It is, but I don't think
better
it's
be.
gonna work too well if like the little intakes
Yeah,
get
that
clogged
makes
with
sense.
water.
It's gonna be hard to keep that thing out of the water.
Alright guys, we have made it out to the cave that's on the demolition ranch. Or off the ranch.
Wait, is it beeping already?
Well, see, I immediately dunked it underwater.
I told you.
So, you know, I don't think this is gonna give us the accurate.
Probably not our
Or the entire cave has bad air.
It might.
Get into it!
Nope. That's a big nope right there for me already. I'm a big fucking guy. I could be the smallest person in the world, and I'm not fucking doing this. You got me dead.
Already an air dipper. A lot further. We're not even close.
As they work their way deeper and deeper into the cave, the passageway becomes smaller and more claustrophobic. Eventually, there is barely even room to breathe above the murky water. This is when the exploration goes horribly wrong.
Try really hard to keep my head.
This is where we're at right now.
Yeah, this is intense.
I love that they're saying this is intense.
Yeah,
That makes me
heard that yet.
That makes me feel good because I was scared in here and I'm like, what if these guys just come in and they're like, oh, this is a piece of cake. Let's climb it.
Yeah. No, this is a little rough.
Yeah.
I feel a rope on my foot. So much water in my ears.
Yeah, same. Oh man.
Water in my eyes.
Snorkel would be nice right about now. Yeah.
I got so much water in my head.
Good times. Good times.
Yeah, go look for him.
Does it really go further? Is he under?
Oh, hell no, I'm not doing that.
I can just barely hear right here.
So loud.
This is the waiting area.
Oh my god.
I'm glad I didn't go in there and wait. Are you going, Jacob? Oh, he just bailed. Oh my God! I'm coming out! Alright, we'll back it out. Back it out, come on out. Holy crap! You okay? You look like a shark has got. You like shoved me over in the water. I'm sorry, Alex!
Alex's friend and fellow cave explorer Jacob is a little further ahead in a part of the cave.
That was so stressful to watch. Oh my god. What the fuck? That I like you couldn't pay me enough. Sorry.
Cave that is so submerged that there's barely room to breathe. As he ducks under the murky water, Jacob becomes confused and panics, breathing in a mouthful of the dirty water. In a terrified frenzy, he tries to back out of the cave as fast as he can, but he slams into Alex, dragging him underwater too. Luckily, the two guys make it out safely, with only a few scratches to remind them of the terrifying incident. This video once again goes to show that sometimes people, even your own friends, can be much scarier and more dangerous than anything paranormal.
He scrapes his head as he's getting pushed. I'm sure that felt great.
And I don't know about you, but just watching them in that cramped little tunnel gave me the heebie-jeebies. Now, you can watch this entire exciting cave exploration and many more over on the YouTube channel, Underground Explorers. Hiding under the bed. In another creepy video shared to TikTok without a source, a man is woken up in the middle of the night by a strange thumping sound coming from under his bed. What happens next is absolutely horrifying.
Se escucha algo debajo de la cama.
The man looks under his bed but sees nothing that could explain the mysterious thumping. But then a horrific thing comes sliding out from under his bed, and the video cuts. Now, I'm in no way claiming that this video is real, but it is definitely very creepy. And real or not, I'll leave that for you to decide.
It must be paranormal world must be really struggling to find videos. I know I am, but yeah, that was silly.
The haunted USS Salem. Seth Borden from the YouTube channel Seth and Chase, Josh from Exploring with Josh, and paranormal investigators Steve and Dylan from Haunted Nights joined together as they set out to investigate the many reports of paranormal encounters on board the historic Navy cruiser, the USS Salem. Although the USS Salem was never involved in any military combat, it was often used as an emergency relief ship and gave medical aid to horribly injured victims, both civilians and Navy crewmen. It is said that up to 400 people have died on the USS Salem throughout the years, including men, women, and children. Today, the Grand Historic Ship is preserved as a museum in Quincy, Massachusetts. Many visitors and employees claim to have seen or heard paranormal activity while on board the ship. The ship's caretaker, Don, explains to the group of investigators that one very active spirit on the USS Salem is that of an older sailor who they refer to as Chief.
And this is, I think, where the Chief hangs out.
You think the Chief is here?
Well, I think the Chief hangs out in here now.
Okay. So you would say that like Chief is the authoritative figure?
I would say the Chief is the guardian of the ship. The Chief is the man who is concerned with people disrespecting the ship and things of that nature. And when the pandemic first started and I started working at home, I let my hair was longer than yours. I mean, it was down to like the middle of my back. And every time I came aboard, the Chief would yank my hair.
Oh, man.
Damn it.
The guys decide to do an EVP session to try to communicate with the ghost known as the Chief. The recorder captures some very disturbing responses.
Can you speak into this device in my hand with the blinking red light? That's an emergency We are a what?
We are something.
Dude.
Clear as day.
Yeah.
That's so vocal too. Yeah. Dude,
We are. Event. We are.
oh my
Crazy ever.
What is that last word?
It's 2 syllables.
Yeah. We are.
We
Yeah, it's so
are
amazing.
alive. We are something.
Do we try? Do we just sit there and try it one more time?
Yeah.
We
Because now we've heard them, we can tell them that we can hear you. You know what I mean?
Okay,
Like,
yeah,
it's
let's
right
bring it
there.
back. All right, I'm gonna do it again. We heard you say we are something. We can't understand you. Can you repeat yourself? We are what?
Can the chief come down here and talk to us?
Chief, if you're here watching us, can you tell us your name? Oh my god, it did it again.
Bro, I don't even want to film. Like, if this is
Every question.
Oh my god.
no, bro. I don't want to film.
Oh my god.
Oh, we got some.
Yeah?
Yeah, I just gotta show you this. I'm never one to like show off evidence to like people until like we leave, but like
That's really cool. Like, you know, they're with EVPs and different things of that nature. There still is a lot of skepticism, and obviously this isn't a fake in the moment unless it's pre-recorded. But you got 3 really big content creators in the paranormal world. I don't think that's the case. The only other thing that can impact EVPs regularly is just electromagnetic interference and obviously running a bunch of cameras. But to have an EVP that goes off twice in a row with the same noise after questions is pretty crazy. Like, this is, when I think paranormal investigation, this is the shit that I like. You know, I like the raw footage, the raw data, not some of the shit that we see on here. Like, this is where paranormal investigation was like started, with stuff like this, and where we built where it has been built upon. And it's just cool to see, like, still, it's good to see one of these clips coming in, you know.
I just want to show you this.
Yeah, we want like the raw
Yeah.
reaction to this.
Yeah, we've heard that before.
You've heard them get pissed off like this before?
The group believes that they might have made contact with the entity known as the Chief, and it seems that they have really pissed him off. Next, they investigate the mess hall, a large room that is said to be where the Chief appears the most. Using an Ovilus device and an EVP recorder, the group questions the spirits that haunt the ship. And this is when things get downright creepy.
Who's following us here? And why are you screaming?
Helpless.
Helpless. They're helpless.
Oh, we're helpless.
That's way worse. Some touch it.
My hair just got touched. I literally just felt my hair get
He said every time he came out here, he got his hair pulled when he had long hair.
My hair was longer than yours. I mean, it was down to like the middle of my back. And every time I came aboard, the Chief would yank my hair.
If you saw it on camera, but I felt it. Holy shit.
That one when he got it.
Yeah, don't mind you.
Oh, good point. Flashlight's on.
Helpless.
Helpless. They're helpless.
Oh, we're helpless.
Just like what happened to the ship's caretaker, Don,
Yo, that.
something seems to touch Seth's hair. But that's not all they captured. Now,
That's fucking crazy. Wow. See, okay, to kind of go over that clip too. I haven't done enough research into newer age talk boxes, I believe is what they were called originally, where there's the way it was explained to me, like the first version of these things when they were getting used was ghosts, spirits, whatever you want to call it, could use that device and manipulate words to come out of it. And obviously no science behind it. And could just randomly splurt out words. And then depending on your level of entertainer versus finding the truth, you could try and build upon it. I have seen scenarios where the words that are coming out seemed way more specific to the situation. Of course, I always play devil's advocate and stuff like this. You know, of course, it could easily be words that they have imprinted in there and plan to use, yada, yada, yada. And like this one, for example, it said helpless. And, you know, you immediately can be like, oh, we're helpless. Well, they're helpless. Like, it's just like generic words that you can build a story on. I don't know how I feel about them, but a lot of people believe in them. It's one of those devices where it seems like it's split 50-50. People think it's real. People think it's bullshit. I lean more towards the bullshit, but there has been some videos I've seen where it's very specific to the situation. It's hard not to be like, well, something's fucking doing something, you know?
Before this next clip, it should be mentioned that the ghost of a young girl and her mother are also said to haunt the USS Salem. When the explorers review their footage, it seems like they might have encountered one of these spirits without even knowing.
Maybe we should...
Alice.
Alice?
Alice.
A woman's name, right after we heard a woman's voice.
Did you see it? If you watch closely, you can see a figure that looks like a girl in a long skirt walking in the background.
Alice.
Alice?
Alice.
A woman's name, right after we heard a woman's voice.
Alice?
Alice.
Name, right after we heard a woman's voice.
So did the group make contact with the chief? Or, well, did the chief make contact with Seth? And is this the ghost of one of the women who haunt the ship? I leave it up to you to decide. You can watch this entire investigation over on the YouTube channels Seth and Chase, Exploring with Josh, and Haunted Nights. The Waiting Room.
I really, really enjoy these type of, you know, full-fledged investigations because there's a harsh reality of paranormal investigation that isn't seen often, and that's, you know, you go to these locations for a certain amount of hours and nothing happens. And that's, I think that's where, you know, you have to draw the line of what you want to do in the paranormal community. Do you want to entertain? Do you want to ghost hunt? You know, it's tough. And that clip of that hair moving after hearing earlier that hair moves is pretty great. It really is. Like, you can clearly see from that second clip, his hair gets adjusted. Is it that it falls into place because it was stuck on his hoodie? Maybe. Could it be something just small like that? And, you know, the build up to the story kind of made it a bigger moment? Sure. But it is coincidences. And if you don't believe in coincidences, I don't know. I feel like I'm kind of rambling about it because I liked that video. The EVPs were really good, and, you know, the hair pulling up to that point and then having it happen is pretty crazy. So I'm not going to call bullshit on them. I think they're real investigators, and I hope there's more of those videos in the future.
And Haunted Nights. The Waiting Room. Trixie Joy Velasco from Davao, Philippines is in the hospital giving birth to her daughter, while her fiancé Dave is waiting in an empty hospital ward nearby. While waiting, he sees something that sends a chill down his spine.
Sasha, yawa koray sa halak kayo. May ungon sa bawas. What?
There's no one in the room, but as Dave looks under the bed, two legs can be seen standing at the other side of the room. He looks up, and again, there's no one there. Dave is pretty freaked out. So did he accidentally capture evidence of the paranormal? Or just who or what do these legs belong to? Playtime?
It's a pretty weird short little clip. Because it can't be his legs. My first thought was like, oh, it's a mirror. It's like, well, no, because his feet wouldn't be reflecting like that. I don't really know. Unless the wall is like
freaked out.
Go back to the room. I was thinking unless the wall is like just a half wall and he's seeing underneath it and there's just someone standing there, but why would just one person be kind of fucking creeping? No, it's definitely, well, actually it could be that. It looks like that wall, half of it's plastic over here. Yeah, it does look like it's a transparent wall, so maybe it's sitting up and there is someone over on the other side. Yeah, I don't think that's like a wall. I think that's just a plastic guard. Sorry. I don't know. 'Cause it almost looks translucent. Very weird video. Hard to tell. But sadly, we are going to have to stop here. I know there's 3 left, but I don't want to keep making these videos hours long at a time. So, with that being said, thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate you hanging out with me. Let me know what you think about the one video of the fucking weird ass face in the window right here, because that shit's still on my mind. And tell me about what you think of the EVPs and the hair pulling. It's a pretty interesting one. Thank you guys so much for watching. And like I said before, Nuke's video will be down below. Make sure you go subscribe, show them some love. He does a great job of finding these paranormal videos, and I hope that he's able to continue going on, because paranormal world's kind of in a weird space right now where there's just so much fakes and not a lot of people really going out trying to find the truth, and it's tough because the people who want to, you end up realizing that no one wants to watch you walking around an abandoned building for 4 hours and not see any, and nothing fucking happens. Yeah, it's cool, but that's hours and hours upon editing of nothing happening, and then just for what? For people to be like, oh wow, thanks for wasting my time. So it's a tough spot, but hopefully we'll see some cool stuff coming up soon. Have a great rest of your day. I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.